Most people believe that losing weight is all about willpower. They think that if they just try harder, push harder, and stay disciplined enough, the weight will eventually come off. They blame themselves every time they fail, telling themselves they simply weren't strong enough. Maybe you've said this before, "I just need more willpower." But here's the truth that most people never hear. Willpower alone is not enough to lose weight, and relying on it too much is one of the biggest reasons people fail again and again. Willpower feels powerful in the beginning. On day one of a new diet, motivation is high. You feel ready to change your life. You clear out junk food, plan your meals, and promise yourself that this time will be different. For a few days, maybe even a week or two, everything seems to work. You resist cravings, you follow your plan, and you feel proud of yourself. But then, life happens. Stress shows up, work gets busy, sleep becomes shorter, hunger gets stronger, and slowly, your willpower begins to fade. That's when the struggle starts. The problem is not that you are weak. The problem is that willpower is a limited resource. Just like your phone battery, it drains throughout the day. Every decision you make uses mental energy. What to eat, what to wear, how to respond to messages, how to handle problems. By the time evening comes, your mental energy is lower than it was in the morning. This is why so many people can eat healthy during the day, but struggle with cravings at night. It's not because they suddenly became lazy, it's because their willpower is exhausted. Think about how often you rely on willpower when trying to lose weight. You try to resist snacks sitting on the table. You force yourself to avoid certain foods. You push yourself to exercise even when your body feels drained. While discipline is important, depending on willpower alone creates constant resistance in your mind. Every meal becomes a battle. Every craving becomes a test. Over time, this mental struggle becomes exhausting, and eventually, most people give in, not because they don't care, but because they are tired of fighting. Another reason willpower fails is because your environment matters more than your intentions. Imagine placing a bowl of cookies on your desk while trying to eat healthy. Even with strong willpower, the constant exposure to temptation increases the chances of giving in. On the other hand, if those cookies aren't there, you don't need willpower to resist them. This shows that success is not just about self-control. It's about setting up your surroundings to make healthy choices easier and unhealthy choices harder. Habits also play a major role in why willpower alone doesn't work. Many of the things you do every day happen automatically. You brush your teeth without thinking. You check your phone without planning to. In the same way, eating habits become automatic. If you are used to snacking while watching TV or eating fast food during busy days, these actions happen almost without awareness. Trying to change habits using only willpower is like swimming against a strong current. It's possible for a short time, but eventually, fatigue sets in. Your body also has biological systems that make relying on willpower even harder. When you drastically reduce calories, your body interprets it as a threat. Hunger hormones increase, and your metabolism may slow down. This makes cravings stronger and energy levels lower. So even if your mind wants to stay disciplined, your body is working against you. This is why extreme dieting often leads to cycles of losing and regaining weight. It's not just psychological, it's biological. Stress is another powerful factor that weakens willpower. When you feel stressed, your body releases hormones that increase cravings, especially for high-calorie comfort foods. These foods provide temporary relief and pleasure, making them hard to resist. If your daily life is filled with stress, expecting willpower alone to control your eating habits is unrealistic. Instead of fighting cravings endlessly, it's more effective to manage stress in healthier ways, such as improving sleep, taking short walks, or practicing relaxation techniques. Sleep plays a surprisingly important role as well. When you don't get enough sleep, your hunger hormones become unbalanced. You feel hungrier, crave more sugary foods, and have less energy to make healthy choices. Your willpower decreases because your brain is tired. Many people blame themselves for eating poorly when the real problem is lack of sleep. Fixing sleep habits often improves eating behavior without needing extra discipline. One of the biggest misconceptions about weight loss is that success depends on motivation staying high. In reality, motivation comes and goes. Some days you feel excited, while other days you feel tired or discouraged. If your system relies only on motivation and willpower, progress becomes inconsistent.
But when you build routines and habits, success becomes automatic. Instead of deciding whether to exercise, it becomes part of your daily routine. Instead of thinking about what to eat every time, you already have healthy options prepared. The real secret to sustainable weight loss is not stronger willpower, it's smarter systems. Systems remove the need for constant decision-making. For example, planning meals in advance reduces the chances of making unhealthy choices when you're hungry. Keeping healthy snacks nearby makes it easier to stay on track. Scheduling workouts at the same time each day turns exercise into a habit rather than a decision. Small changes are more powerful than dramatic ones. Many people start with extreme diets because they want fast results. They cut out entire food groups, drastically reduce calories, or follow strict meal plans. While this might work temporarily, it often leads to burnout. Instead, focusing on small, consistent improvements creates lasting change. Drinking more water, adding vegetables to meals, and walking daily are simple habits that require less willpower and are easier to maintain. Another important factor is mindset. Instead of thinking, "I need to be perfect," shift to thinking, "I need to be consistent." Perfection creates pressure, while consistency builds progress. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone has days when they overeat or skip workouts. The difference between success and failure is not avoiding mistakes. It's returning to healthy habits after setbacks. Support systems also reduce the need for willpower. When you surround yourself with people who encourage healthy habits, your chances of success increase. This could be friends, family members, or even online communities. Sharing goals with others creates accountability and motivation. It also reminds you that you are not alone in your journey. Technology can also help create systems that support weight loss. Using reminders, meal planning apps, or step trackers reduces mental effort. Instead of remembering everything on your own, tools guide your actions. This reduces reliance on memory and discipline, making healthy choices more automatic. Understanding emotional eating is another key piece of the puzzle. Many people eat not because they are hungry, but because they feel bored, stressed, or sad. In these moments, willpower alone rarely works because the craving is emotional, not physical. Learning to recognize emotional triggers and finding alternative coping strategies can reduce the urge to eat unnecessarily. Consistency beats intensity every time. A short daily walk is more effective than an intense workout done only once a week. Eating balanced meals regularly is better than starving during the day and overeating at night. Sustainable progress comes from repeating small actions consistently over time. Another overlooked factor is patience. Weight loss is a slow process, and expecting immediate results creates frustration. When results don't appear quickly, motivation drops and willpower weakens. Understanding that progress takes time reduces pressure and encourages persistence. Instead of asking, "How can I get more willpower?" start asking better questions. Ask, "How can I make healthy choices easier?" Ask, "How can I reduce temptations?" Ask, "What habits can I build today that will help me tomorrow?" These questions shift your focus from fighting yourself to designing a lifestyle that supports your goals. One powerful strategy is to make unhealthy choices inconvenient. For example, keeping junk food out of the house makes it harder to eat impulsively. Preparing healthy meals in advance makes it easier to eat well when you're busy. Simple adjustments like these remove the need for constant resistance. Reward systems can also help maintain motivation. Celebrating small wins builds confidence and reinforces positive habits. Rewards don't have to involve food. They can be new workout clothes, relaxation time, or activities you enjoy. Positive reinforcement strengthens behavior over time. Identity plays a role as well. Instead of thinking, "I'm trying to lose weight," shift to thinking, "I am someone who takes care of my health." When healthy actions become part of your identity, they feel natural instead of forced. This mindset reduces reliance on willpower and increases consistency. Ultimately, the reason willpower isn't enough is because weight loss is not just about effort, it's about design. It's about creating an environment, habits, and routines that support your goals automatically. When you design your life to make healthy choices easier, success becomes less about struggle and more about momentum. If you've struggled with weight loss in the past, it doesn't mean you lack discipline. It means you may have been relying on willpower instead of systems. And once you shift your approach, everything changes. Instead of fighting cravings constantly, you build habits that guide your behavior naturally. Remember, lasting weight loss is not achieved through endless resistance. It's achieved through smart planning, consistent habits, and supportive environments. When you stop depending solely on willpower and start building systems, weight loss becomes sustainable and finally achievable.